Hey guys, so in today's video I'm going to be going over some of the tips that I have for using your phone as more of a tool rather than a distraction. As with any video where I'm giving my tips, it doesn't mean that I'm 100% perfect at what this task is or what this skill is. I've still got a long way to go as well because phones are very distracting, and if you don't use them the right way, or if you're just having an unproductive day or a day where you just can't seem to be focused, this can definitely be a bad idea. So let's get started with the ways that you can use your phone as more of a tool rather than a distraction. I'm gonna move over so that you can see my screen recording. Yeah, this video was also inspired by Rowena on YouTube. I saw a video of her doing kind of a similar idea, and I was inspired to share what I've learned from using my phone as well. Don't mind my art supplies. So the first tip I have is when you actually first open your phone. I have different ones that I rotate into so I can show you guys the actual older lock screen that I have. So it just says thankful, grateful, and blessed. And the reason that I like these lock screens is because you pick up your phone so many times in the day, whether that's to check the time or just out of habit sometimes. And so it's a good reminder when you open your phone to read that. I know that not every time we read it, but in those moments where we do, we usually need that reminder. So another app that has helped me is actually this one right here. It's called Flow. I know there are definitely like so many different ones that you can get for tracking your menstrual cycle. If you are female and you experience your cycles and you want to track them, then this is a great app. So I'll show you guys today. We're in February. I'm gonna actually log my Saturday was the first day of my cycle, so I can log my period. I actually did not do it this week yet, so that's why I'm doing it right now. So I logged it on that day and press save. So it improves your cycle predictions, and it's so cool. I'll show you guys right here. So there's a virtual assistant, and they give you like a report on your cycle and things like that. You actually kind of have a conversation. I know it's like more automated, but it's towards your pattern of your cycle. It just tells you, after they analyze your data and stuff like that, they tell you kind of like patterns that you're seeing. I found that I actually learned some things off of the app that I didn't know, and it's such an important thing to learn about because it's essentially the way that your body works, and so it's a good thing to understand how that happens. Press Health Insights, they also have just like articles and things like that that you can read. I'll show you guys also what you can do here. So if you press this plus button, you can actually record your menstrual flow, your weight, sleep, water intake, sex drive, your mood, symptoms, like so many things that you can track. And by doing that, it helps them collect better data on your cycle and be able to predict when the next one is coming and predict if you will have these symptoms again. Alright, the next thing is, I've talked about this before on one of my last videos, but the function of do not disturb. It's that little crescent moon there. So do not disturb. When it's on, your phone will not light up with notifications. And the reason that I used that in my last video was because it's just so important when you're trying to stay focused to be able to turn that on, because your phone is not going to be continuously buzzing, or buzzing even every once in a while, but when you're kind of like in that state of flow and you're really focusing on your work, you really don't want anyone to disturb you, just hit do not disturb. So you can find it in your settings too. Yeah, so you can even put it on a scheduled cycle, like from when to when, and you can allow certain calls. So it's a really cool feature that's on the iPhone. I'm sure Android also has something similar. But yeah, I definitely recommend doing that when you're trying to stay focused. I know this one might not apply to many people, but if you are a student and you get healthcare benefits from your school, it's so important to keep that student healthcare coverage app on your phone. You can also do this if you get benefits from work, because there are apps for that as well. For me personally, it's just easier to claim my receipts and invoices and stuff like that. So if I go and I use a service, let's say I went to the chiropractor or the psychologist or something like that, I literally just take the email they send me with the invoice and I upload it straight to here in this app, and it takes like not even 2 minutes and it's submitted through. It's so fast and it's such a good idea. Also, it gives you an option to show your healthcare card using the app. So if there's something like that that can make your life just so much easier, do it. Another thing that I do, this is great if you drive your own vehicle. It's called Gas Buddy. So it's this app right here. Basically, you put in your location and it will give you the nearest gas stations around you, and it ranks them between what's the cheapest and what's the most expensive. I'll show you guys that. But it's nice that it loads it in, you know, whatever's cheapest, and it also sometimes will tell you when gas is about to go up. It gives me lowest is 87.9 right now, highest is 98.9 right now. Another great thing for students is actually the Quizlet app. So if you like to test yourself with flashcards, this is actually a great way to make them in an efficient way where it's fast and it's really easy. I have some cards here for my previous classes. You can actually test yourself in different ways. You can learn, do flashcards, write, match, or do a test. So I create these on my computer or on the app, and literally you just tap to flip and test yourself in that way. So it's super simple. It's so much faster than writing them out. I actually recently started using Anki or Anki cards on my computer, and that's fast as well. But this is great because you can actually carry it on your phone, and like let's say you're on the bus or on the train, you can test yourself with the contents that you need for your exam. Another great tip, and I've always had this on my phone, is I don't allow Instagram to send me notifications. So I actually have to enter the app to be able to get those notifications. So especially for things like likes, I will never allow my phone to give me those notifications because it's just going to be repetitive and it's going to be distracting to whatever I'm doing. It's not really necessary that I see those things, and so, you know, with whatever apps that you have, like Facebook, I don't allow Facebook to give me notifications. I don't allow Twitter to give me notifications. Yeah, and so you can do that just by going to your settings. So I'll show you guys on your settings. You scroll down to the app that you have. So Instagram, for example. And for notifications, they are turned off. So I don't want any notifications from Instagram. It's just very distracting, and I find that I just do better throughout my day without having them. They're just not necessary. Another app I really like is Scanner Pro. I'll show you guys up here. So if you go Scanner Pro, I got this a while ago, so I'm not sure if this actually costs any money on the App Store right now, but it was free when I got it. So basically you can just hit plus button at the bottom, and then you will take a picture. I'll take a picture of you guys. And then that picture gets turned into a scan, so I'm just going to select where I want it. So we'll just move it up like that. And then once you're done, it just literally will turn it into a scan. Pretty cool, right? So obviously this is meant for documents, so if you ever have to scan something, but you don't have like a printer or something like that, this actually gives literally almost the same exact effect, and I've used it for so many documents. Another thing that I use is Airdrop on my phone. Airdrop is so easy. Basically, let's say I want this picture here, you just go here and you'll see the option for Airdrop right there, and then you can share it with people who are close to you. It's just such a simple way of transferring documents, pictures, videos. It's so much faster and you don't need to use any wire. And the last app that I want to talk about is podcasts. So this is great for when you're commuting or when you want to listen to, let's say, the radio or something, but you want to choose something that you're actually passionate about. So I mentioned this multiple times before, but I love the podcast On Purpose by Jay Shetty. And so having the podcast on my phone is so nice because I can use my phone as a tool to learn, and it doesn't necessarily have to be through reading something. It can be through listening to something or listening to somebody's experience in life. You get access to so much information with literally this small device right here, and it's such an amazing opportunity, and I'm just really thankful that I have the ability to do that because not everyone can do that, right? So I definitely recommend downloading the podcast app and finding something that you can learn from. Alright guys, so that was everything for this video. I hope that you found some of these tools helpful, and I hope that you can implement them going forward so that you're able to use your phone as more of a tool rather than a distraction. I know it's hard, and I'm even still working at it. Sometimes when I'm not doing my work, I will instantly go to my phone, and it's not a good habit. So that's why I feel like these things are actually helping me to be able to rely on my phone for the tools that it offers and not just scrolling mindlessly through Instagram or being distracted by it through notifications. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and I will talk to you in the next one.